Hello, in this video I'll show you how to use the SUMIF function in Microsoft Excel. Now it's a very useful function, and basically it adds together, it sums the values where you meet certain criteria on the same row, and it adds up the columns. But to explain this a bit better, I have this little example right here, right? We have basically records of maybe transactions, where we have on the first column the currency, and on the second column we have the value. Now this is similar to what I've recently done with PayPal. I retrieved the whole list of transactions, and I had to add together the values for each specific currency, right? So I had to use SUMIF. Now, of course, the alternative is to say, for example, if we want to get the sum of USD, we go to do equals, and then we go here, 2, then plus 2, then plus some other number, but that is absolutely pointless, right? It's a waste of time. Instead, we can do SUMIF, and basically we will select all of these, right? We will be selecting all of these, and for each one of these different cells we will have different parameters. They will have to match different things. And what the function actually does, it goes through each row, it checks if the value matches the criteria here, then it adds the number here, right? It will go, it will find, it will add, or it will not add, right? It could just go past it and go to the next value. So we can jump into this sum of USD right here. We can do equals, and actually we'll just go in here, we'll click on the FX. I like to use the shortcut. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, but usually if you can, you should use it. It makes your life a bit easier. So we have SUMIF. I already have that pre-selected, but if you don't, you just search right here. And if you want to learn more about Microsoft Excel, you can take a look at my course. It's a very quick, sort of fast-paced, get-started course, and you'll learn all that you need to get started with the Microsoft Excel, a bit about functions, a bit about how to place objects in there, and how to deal with all these cells and pluses and subtraction and all that stuff. So let's go into the SUMIF. Okay, I'm gonna click OK, and then I get this little pop-up, right? Now the range is the values that we check for, right? We go through those values, and then the sum range will be the associated values that will be added. So let's go and select the range. Okay, let's click on that. And now let's go through all this. Let's go down and down and down like that. And we have selected the range, right? That's all great and good. Now we can select the sum range. Okay, we can select the sum range like that. I'm gonna go here. So we're adding the numbers. Okay, we're adding the numbers. That's why we need the sum range like that. Okay, so now I have the sum range, and now I only need the criteria. Okay, and it says there's a condition or criteria in the form of a number, expression, or text that defines the cells. Basically, you need to write what needs to match, which one of these values need to match to the value you provide, and it will add that to the whole bulk of sum. So let's do, I believe it was USD we're doing, right? The first one is USD. So let's do USD like that. I'm going to click OK. Okay, like that. And it is 22. Now we can check if that's correct. So I'm going to simply go through the USD. I'm going to do this. Let's see if I can. USD right here. And then right here. And then more USD. Okay, and then the first one is 10. So all of them are 2, and the other one is 10. Obviously, I made this way so we can check it quicker. And it should be 22. The answer here is 22. Now I can just go to the bottom right here, and I see the sum is indeed 22. So it works perfectly. But now I need to move it. I need to move the formula to the euros and the GBP. I need to move a formula, therefore I need to add some dollar signs, right here. So I need to add it everywhere, right? The row doesn't change, the column doesn't change if I move it. And I just add it like that, and Of course, with this amount of cells that you need to fill out, you could just copy and paste it. It will be easier probably than putting all these dollar signs. And then I just throw it in like that, and it doesn't work right away, but obviously I need to change the criteria. This is going to be euros, and this is GBP. So let's start with the euros, EUR, right? EUR, let's click that, and we are in. Okay, it's all good, and this is GBP. GBP, is it? GBP, right? Okay, and we're in. Okay, so now we have everything working, everything looks good, and that's all great. Now, as you can see, it can be quite complicated, but no matter what you do, you need to find a way to actually see if it works at all. So maybe if you have a giant list, try doing it on, say, 5 items, okay? 5 records, try doing that. If it works perfectly, move on to the larger scale, so to speak. And you can change the scale simply in the formula, okay? So you just basically change the number of rows that it goes down to, or if it's to the side, just change the, say, from A to whatever letter it may be. Now, do take a look at my other videos on Microsoft Excel, so of course the programming as well, some of my business videos and product reviews. Do subscribe to the channel, and with that we will conclude this video.